Hello, Chucks. Nice to meet you, nice. Welcome to my channel. My name's Firos Reborn. I died for a little bit, but then I came back alive again. What can you do, eh? What can you do? Sometimes people don't come back alive, but I did. Do you know why? Because I'm the phoenix. I rose again. I burned down into ashes. Then I rose again, like bird of prey and bird of power and the bird of knowledge, all rode into one. So I rose again, like a bird, a burny bird, a flamey burny bird. Yeah. So, hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like some tea and come over to my house. Anyway, good day to you all. Hello. Oh no, the finger of doom. Yeah, well, if you get past that first 1 minute 11 seconds, then you're in for a treat. Okay, so basically I just want to quickly talk about Avengers. Avengers, what are they avenging? You know, when you avenge something, you avenge the death of something. Or revenge, isn't it? Take revenge, Avengers. Obviously, I haven't read the comics, so I don't know where they got the name from. But can't they call it the Revengers? The Revengers! Yeah. But who are they avenging, really? What are they avenging? They're not. They're Earth's mightiest heroes. They're not avenging anything. Oh, no! Why? It's like calling someone's a dustbin person. It's calling them, oh, it's the postman, come along. It's not the postman, it's the dustbin man. Oh, there's the postman. It's not the postman, it's the dustbin man. Don't give it a stupid name. Avengers, why don't you just call them a lot of not blokes, as there are some women, not that many women though, are there, really? It's mainly blokes, so let's call it the mainly bunch of blokes in capes and suits. That's what they're called now. Mainly bunch of blokes in capes and suits to save the world. Maybe Avengers stands for something. AV, I can't be bothered. Anyway, so I did a video about, oh no, I put this on the wrong channel. Anyway, I've done a video on on Ross Alistair Wilson's channel, because I control everything. I control the world. Let's go outside. Okay, so whoa, look at that thing. It looks like a fucking. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a skull. Over the neck. How did that happen? The death. I don't think you can see it, can you? Who knows what you can see? Anyway, yeah, so I did a video about Avengers Affinity War. That door is annoying me. Let us go through the portal of the door and talk and walk, babies. Walk and talk, you know. Let's walk a little bit and talk a little bit. Right. That's enough walking. Let's just close the door. I did a stupid picture. Cover it up with my head. And it revitalizes on the outside, on the other side. Okay, I did a video about that I was originally disappointed with the Avengers. The Avengers Affinity War. I was annoyed with it, to begin with. Because I was like, oh, we could have done so much, and they're trying to fit too much in. I can't actually remember what I said, to be fair. And I was annoyed at the CGI. With that little Mark Ruffalo's little head popping out of that giant turtle man. The Hulkbuster, you know what I'm on about. He sat there with his little head popping out. Oh my lord. So yeah, originally I was a bit kind of like bored and naff about it, but then I went back. So I went back twice, and then I did a video about it saying, yeah, I was playing on my phone, I didn't enjoy it the second time round, it's all blah blah blah. And then I went to a third seeing, and I thought, oh yeah, this is pretty good actually. And then I went for a fourth seeing, I was like, oh yeah, I can even remember the words now. It's like a song. I just sing the whole thing and go blah blah blah. You asshole. No, asshole, tell me you didn't do it. And then, bring me Thanos. awesome. And the older, there you go, hey presto, isn't it? Off you go, you're all dead. Hey, finger's not working. Come on, you're all dead. I'll do it again. One, two, three, you're all dead. Yeah. Half of you are dead. Right, half of you are dead. Yeah, so look at the size of those muscles. Look, the closer you get, the bigger they are. Yeah. So, I would just like to revise and revitalise my opinion that it's actually pretty good. I like it. I can tell you now there are millions of plot holes and, like, you know, I don't know what the hell is actually going on. The fourth, I don't know if I've seen it 5 times actually. I think I've seen it 5 times. The 4th or 5th time I was like, okay, I actually understand what's going on now. As in, I knew that what was going on in the background while I was watching the things that were going on in the foreground. You know, like I knew that Thor was making his new axe hammer thing while they were destroying Gamora and killing her off and all that shit. And then so I knew it. I was like, I know what's going on, don't worry, and I know what's coming next. And it was a very enjoyable experience. So basically, I'm just trying to cover my arse because my arse is hairy and vagrant and flagrant and fragrant. And I got it wrong. Well, I didn't get it wrong. My initial opinion has subsequently changed, and I feel like I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it enough to go back 5 fucking times and go, yeah, let's watch this. This is the best film I've seen in fucking ages. This is worth seeing 5 times. Because I'm a bit into death at the moment, because a few people died around me recently. It was like in a circle, and then they all just flopped down dead. It was a bit like Infinity War. There were a few people who are like, not in my immediate family, but kind of like on the outskirts of my family. Like there was a couple of friends of family. There was someone who is related to some members of my family, but not directly related to me. And yeah, so it's like, you know, there's a bit of kind of death going on and a bit of grief in the background, because it's not like anyone front and center in my life has died. It's just sort of people who I kind of sort of knew a little bit, like died, and so it's like you know, still a little bit of like a bit depressing, kind of a bit griefy there. And so the Infinity War, am I even saying that right? Yeah, Infinity War was something that was resonant to me, to sort of, I could look at this and it would help me feel a little bit about grief and people dying and get me to think about death and things like this. And yeah, so it was a positive experience because it's something that I could use emotionally, and, you know, it got me thinking about the nature of Thanos as well. Like, because if you think about it, he kind of represents death in a certain way, doesn't he? He represents certain death. If you've watched the film and you know what's going to happen at the end, then when you watch it the second time, you know that a certain bunch of people are all going to die. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen it. But yeah, you know that a certain hell of a load of people are all going to die at the end. So the whole character of Thanos is like this kind of marching, militant character who will get his goal, and he will like destroy half of everything in the universe, half of all the people and aliens and whatever in the universe. So you know that's going to happen. So it's like he kind of represents that march of death, that it is going to happen. And so you get time to kind of prepare, and then it does happen. And obviously, you know, in the sequel, I feel, well, we all know pretty much that not all of those deaths are going to be permanent, because what are they going to do? I mean, it would be good in a way to see what would the universe do if half of the population just were evaporated into thin air. You know, deal with that for a couple of films. That would be good, and then maybe bring them back later, because, you know, it's nicer for us to have the characters that we like. But in the real world, some people do just die and they don't come back. I say some people, all people will eventually just die and not come back, if you hadn't realised. But yeah, so I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it so much that I went back for a few more times. I was thinking I could go today because it's Savour Day at the cinema and it's still on, but it might be overdoing it now. I'll probably just get it when it comes out on DVD or download or whatever. But yeah, so I want to change my original video opinion to this one, which is marvelous film. It's a bit disappointing that I really like Iron Man. I really like Robert Downey Jr. As an actor. I don't know about him as a person, but I like him as an actor. And I like him as Iron Man. And yeah, I really love the character of Tony Stark and Iron Man. That's just my feeling. I like it, and it's a bit of a shame that we didn't get to see as much of him in this film. There's so many people to be taken care of in this film. You know, everyone has got their screen time, and they did really well, I think, overall, to get everyone their screen time. Really well balanced. But for me personally, I like Iron Man. He's my favourite, and yeah. But I'm glad that they finished on him, apart from Thanos. But they finished on his reaction, his feelings about the fact that they fucked everything up. They couldn't have stopped Thanos. They did their best, and half the fucking, planet and the universe has been evaporated. Yeah. And I actually resonate with Thanos. Strangely enough, I resonate with him in a certain sense that he is very committed to his goal. Alright, it's a horrible, diabolical, stupid, insane, destructive goal. But he's very willful, he's very powerful. Everyone has a go on him, Come in, have a go on Thanos. Boff, 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 boff. Right, fuck off. Everyone has a good old try, and he's basically indestructible. And that's nice in a sense, because I've been through a lot of loss in my life. I've been through a lot of pain and a lot of struggle and a lot of things going wrong. And in a way, it's nice to know that there's something stable, even though it's in a film and Thanos is eventually going to be defeated because he's a bad guy and bad guys aren't allowed to win eternally in films. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. It's nice that something as a principle is enduring, and I like that, even though it's a horrible, I don't agree with what he's up to, but as a symbol of there's something, not eternal but abiding, like this sort of strength of presence, that if you take away all the bad shit that he gets up to and just have that, maybe, if he was a good character, for example, that had that same endurance, I like that idea. I like that feeling that there's something that you can boff into and bash into and it's not going to die. Like there's something indestructible in the world. I don't know, it's just how I feel. Yeah, and I resonate with him. He has his goal and he just wants to do it and then sit about and drink a beer in a farm and look at a grateful universe. So I admire him in that sense. He's got an idea. It's a mad idea, but he's got an idea. He's got a plan. He's got a goal. He's a visionary. He's a mad visionary, and he doesn't want to continue after he's finished. He's just like, right, that's my dream. I'm going to get the dream, and then revel in it and lie around and eat cheese all day, drink beer, pick my nose when no one's looking, and get on with it, and no more. And that's it. And so I admire him for that as well. He's a bit of a twonk and a bastard, but I admire his courage to do something insane and stupid and destructive and horrible. And in a way, you can even sort of understand why he just wants to be able to click his fingers, because he doesn't want to be inflicting pain on people. So it is, in a sense, there is some sense of mercy to what he's doing. Because, alright, his idea is stupid and bad, and he shouldn't be doing it, but at least he's not doing it in a horrendous way anymore. Yeah. I don't know, so you kind of get where he's coming from in a strange sense. And I like that the film ended on him achieving his goal. I like having a bad guy win in a superhero film. It's just so nice for it all not to end happily for once. Because in life, we know that very many situations don't always end happily. Not everything in life ends happily. Not everything does go right eternally. And, not every struggle can be conquered. Many struggles can, but some struggles cannot be conquered. There are limitations to our existence, we cannot fly. cannot bring back the dead, although they can do it in films. But yeah, so I like that they had him as the victor in this film. I just want to hold that, and I'm glad that we've got a year to wait in a way to find out what happens next. So we sit with that feeling of Thanos has taken over the universe. Thanos has destroyed half of everything, and that's there in the background a little bit. I spent a bit of time thinking about Thanos as like, oh, a bastard, and but then if you try and bash into him, you can count on him. You can count on the guy. He's not going to die. He's not going to die on you. He didn't die. Everyone else did. So there's something. I don't know. It's just an interesting take on it, isn't it? So, death to all. I will click my fingers, and half of you will have clicked off already by now anyway.